There is one thing a woman will never share with a man unless she has fallen for him completely, irreversibly, and with everything she has. And no, it isn't something as simple as a phone password. It is something so deeply personal, so raw that most men don't even register it when it happens right in front of them. A study published in 2023 through the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that 78% of men entirely miss the moment a woman emotionally committed to them. 78%, which means there may be a woman in your life right now who has already opened herself up to you fully, and you're still standing there searching for a door that's already been unlocked. Stay with this because what follows could genuinely shift how you see every relationship you've ever been in. And the final sign, the one held until the very end, is the one that separates a woman who enjoys your company from a woman who would stand beside you through anything. Here is something that rarely gets said plainly. Women do not fall in love the way most men imagine. There's a common assumption that love announces itself, that it arrives in some dramatic, cinematic moment with a confession and a downpour of rain. That image is sweet. It's also completely inaccurate. When a woman falls in love, she doesn't make a declaration. She leaks it. She reveals it in small, quiet, almost imperceptible ways that most men walk past without a second glance. And here is why that matters more than you might think. If you keep missing those moments, if you repeatedly fail to recognize what she's actually offering you, she will eventually stop offering it. Not because her feelings disappeared, but because she concluded you weren't paying attention. And a woman who feels invisible will close herself off so quietly, so gradually, that you won't even notice the door shutting. You'll simply wake up one day and not understand what changed. So, here is a clear walkthrough of the specific things a woman only shares when she is genuinely deeply in love. Some of these will catch you off guard. Some will make you reconsider relationships from your past. And one of them, the last one, may stop you completely. Start with what catches most men entirely off guard: her childhood wounds, not the cheerful stories about summer vacations or school recitals, the real things, the heavy things, the memory of her parents' voices rising through the walls at night, the moment she felt forgotten by someone who was supposed to show up for her, the reason certain tones of voice still make her body tense before her mind catches up. When she starts sharing those things with you, do not treat it as casual conversation. She is handing you a piece of herself that she has probably turned over in her mind 100 times before deciding you were safe enough to receive it. Dr. Sue Johnson, a clinical psychologist and the originator of emotionally focused therapy, identified emotional vulnerability as the single greatest indicator of deep attachment bonding between two people. Translated simply, a woman does not show you her wounds unless she trusts you not to make them worse. She has almost certainly been hurt before. She has shared something tender with the wrong person and watched it get used against her. So when she opens the parts of her story she normally keeps locked, she isn't being dramatic. She's being courageous. And she's being courageous because loving you felt worth the risk. The mistake most men make in this moment is trying to solve it. They hear her pain and immediately reach for a solution. They suggest therapy or point out that it happened a long time ago or try to reframe it into something more manageable. Don't do that. She isn't asking to be fixed. She's asking to be witnessed. She needs someone to sit inside the difficult thing with her, not rush her out the other side of it. That's only the beginning. Because the next thing she shares is something that leaves even the most self-assured women feeling completely exposed. Her physical insecurities. This one tends to surprise people. The world expects women to perform confidence constantly. There are filters and angles and carefully managed presentations happening at all times. So when a woman turns to you, barefaced, in whatever she actually wears when no one is watching, under unflattering lighting, and tells you she hates a part of herself, that is not a bid for compliments. That is trust at a level that cost her something to reach. Research from the International Journal of Eating Disorders found that more than 91% of women report dissatisfaction with their bodies. That is nearly every woman you have ever known carrying on a private, painful internal conversation about how she looks. Oh, and she is choosing to let you behind the curtain. She is showing you the version of herself she keeps away from the curated version the world sees. When she does that, She is essentially telling you that she trusts you to look at her exactly the same way after seeing what she is most afraid of. That is not a small gesture. That is profound. And if your response falls short of genuine care, she will remember it. Not briefly, permanently. Women carry a precise memory of how a man responded the first time she showed him something vulnerable. Make sure your response is one she wants to keep. Now, here is something that might genuinely surprise you because the next thing she shares doesn't look like sharing at all. Her silence. There is a concept in psychology called comfortable silence, and researchers at the University of Groningen in the Netherlands found that it takes as little as 4 seconds of quiet in a conversation before people begin feeling anxious or rejected. 4 seconds, barely a breath. So when a woman can sit beside you in complete stillness, no performance, no filler, no restless reaching for her phone, and feel entirely at peace, that is one of the most genuine forms of emotional intimacy there is. From a very young age, women are conditioned to keep things moving, to accommodate, to ensure everyone around them feels comfortable. When a woman drops all of that around you and simply exists in your presence without any need to manage the air between you, she is communicating something enormous without a single word. She feels safe. She feels at home. Most men spend so much energy dreading silence that they completely miss the fact that her silence isn't uncomfortable at all. It's settled. It's sacred. She's not bored or distant. She has simply arrived somewhere she feels she belongs, and that only happens with someone she loves.